Today, we're taking you somewhere truly extraordinary. We are entering one of the most powerful and demanding industrial environments on Earth. Welcome to the offshore oil platform. This is where the world's black gold originates. It is the foundational resource that keeps the entire global economy moving. Think about it for a moment. The fuel in your car, the gas heating your home during the cold winter months, even the complex plastics inside your everyday phone. It all begins right here, miles out at sea. But have you ever wondered how oil actually travels from deep beneath the ocean floor, all the way up to the surface and eventually into your hands? The process is incredibly complex and undeniably dangerous. And the engineering behind it is so fascinating, it will leave you genuinely speechless. In today's piece, we will walk you through this journey, step by step. From extraction to storage to the final loading onto a massive tanker vessel. This is modern engineering at its absolute finest. It involves thousands of dedicated workers. It requires miles of high-pressure pipelines. And it relies on billions of dollars worth of cutting-edge equipment. So, what exactly is an offshore oil platform? Let's start at the source. Crude oil doesn't only exist beneath land. Vast reserves lie trapped deep beneath the ocean floor. To reach those reserves, engineers designed one of humanity's greatest structural achievements: the offshore oil platform, commonly known as an oil rig. These platforms come in three main types. First is the fixed platform, anchored directly into the seabed.
Next is the floating platform, which sits on the water's surface but is held in place by heavy anchors.
The third type is an FPSO, a floating production storage and offloading vessel. An FPSO functions essentially as a massive, floating factory, making them significantly taller than many famous monuments around the world. A large platform acts as a self-sustaining city, housing between 200 and 500 workers. These men live and work around the clock, 7 days a week. They have access to hospitals, helipads, gyms, and dining halls. Because many of these workers won't see dry land for months at a time. These structures are built incredibly tough, designed to withstand waves over 30 meters high.
They can even survive the brutal, devastating force of Category 5 storms.
A single offshore platform can cost between $5 and $10 billion to construct.
It is an enormous investment that serves a single, highly critical purpose:
powering the world's endless, growing energy needs. Now, we arrive at one of the most thrilling parts of the entire operation: the drilling.
It all begins with a heavy-duty machine called a rotary drill. Fitted with a drill bit made from diamond or tungsten carbide, capable of cutting through solid rock. A towering structure known as the derrick drives this massive rotation. That's the iconic tall tower you've likely seen in photographs of oil rigs.
During the drilling process, a specially engineered chemical mixture called drilling mud is pumped down. Despite its name, it's not actual mud from the ground.
It is a carefully formulated fluid that cools the extreme heat of the drill bit. It also acts as a crucial lubricant and helps control immense underground pressure. This drilling process can reach staggering depths of 1,000 to 5,000 meters. Engineers must first push the drill entirely through the ocean water column. Then, they must drill directly through the hard, unforgiving seabed. Down through multiple geological layers of rock and sediment,
until finally reaching the reservoir rock, where the crude oil is stored. But when the drill reaches the oil reservoir, a very significant danger emerges. A blowout, when underground pressure becomes so intense that oil and gas surge upward out of control. To prevent this catastrophic event, platforms are equipped with a blowout preventer, or BOP. It is a massive, fail-safe valve system capable of sealing the entire well in an absolute emergency. In 2010, the failure of a BOP on the Deepwater Horizon rig triggered a massive disaster, resulting in the largest marine oil spill in recorded history, a stark reminder of the risks involved. Drilling a single, successful well is a monumental task that takes 60 to 100 days to complete. And a single platform may operate 20 to 40 wells simultaneously, each drilled at different angles. Once a well is fully drilled and secured, the extraction phase finally begins. Interestingly, oil doesn't always need to be mechanically pumped out of the ground. Underground pressure is often so immense that the oil naturally rises to the surface on its own.
This incredible phenomenon is known in the industry as natural flow.
It is highly similar to the pressure release of opening a freshly sealed carbonated bottle. Over time, when the natural pressure decreases, submersible pumps are deployed. Or engineers use gas injection techniques to maintain the flow and extract every last drop. However, what rises to the surface is absolutely not pure, ready-to-use crude oil. It arrives violently mixed with salt water, natural gas, sand, and various subterranean chemicals. All of these elements must be perfectly separated. This is where the platform's most critical machine comes in.
The three-phase separator. This horizontal, drum-shaped device relies entirely on the basic principles of gravity and pressure. It meticulously divides the chaotic mixture into 3 clean layers. Heavy salt water sinks to the very bottom. The valuable crude oil settles perfectly in the middle. And the highly volatile natural gas rises straight to the top. The separated gas is either safely flared off into the atmosphere That is the iconic, towering flame you have likely seen burning atop oil rigs.
Or the gas is captured and transported elsewhere via specialized underwater pipelines.
The extracted water is rigorously treated to remove any remaining toxins.
Before being safely discharged back into the sea or re-injected deep underground.
The purified crude oil then moves forward for its final processing.
It is heavily filtered, meticulously tested, and strictly temperature controlled.
Before finally being sent to the heavy-duty storage tanks. A standard medium-sized offshore platform is an absolute powerhouse of production.
Capable of producing between 50,000 and 200,000 barrels of crude oil every single day.
Once extracted and separated, this massive amount of crude oil needs somewhere to stay.
That is exactly where the FPSO comes in, functioning as a colossal floating warehouse.
An FPSO is a titan of the sea, measuring 250 to 330 meters in length.
That is roughly the size of 3 massive American football fields laid end to end.
It boasts an astonishing storage capacity of 1 to 2.5 million barrels of oil.
Inside the hull, highly temperature-controlled tanks work to keep the oil warm. Because crude oil naturally thickens and becomes incredibly viscous when it cools down, making it nearly impossible to pump through the massive hoses later on.
State-of-the-art sensors on every single tank monitor the environment around the clock.
They track temperature, structural pressure, and precise oil levels every single second, feeding this critical data directly back to the platform's central control room. A highly advanced system called custody transfer metering is utilized here. This system precisely measures every single barrel that enters the storage tanks.
Because in this industry, even a single miscounted barrel can mean millions of dollars in catastrophic losses.
And now comes the moment the entire platform crew has been waiting for. On the horizon, a dark, massive shape slowly grows larger and larger. A very large crude carrier, or VLCC, 330 meters long and 60 meters wide. It is practically a floating city, a single steel ship the exact size of a small neighborhood. Constant, high-stakes radio communication flows between the tanker captain and the platform control room.
Approach speed, vessel direction, wind velocity, and brutal ocean currents are all calculated
with absolute precision, because a single collision error could trigger a catastrophic explosion.
Specialized marine pilots are brought in to expertly guide the tanker into its final docking position.
These are hardened professionals who dedicate their entire careers to mastering this one dangerous maneuver.
The massive vessel is slowly secured using enormous, heavy-duty steel mooring lines. Each of these lines weighs around 100 kilograms per meter, ensuring the ship remains absolutely stable.
Finally, a large, heavy-duty flexible pipe called a cargo hose is carefully lowered. This hose connects the tanker to the FPSO, forming the critical link between the vessels.
The entire docking procedure takes an exhausting 4 to 6 hours to complete.
Because out here in the deep ocean,
The elements offer absolutely no second chances. Here it is, the epic finale, the most remarkable moment of the entire journey.
Massive pumps, boasting 5,000 horsepower each, roar to life, transferring 50,000 barrels an hour. The full loading operation takes 24 to 48 hours. A dedicated oil transfer team remains on high alert. When every tank is full and every liter accounted for, the tanker slowly disappears toward the horizon, carrying the world's energy needs to a refinery, thanks to the thousands of men working day and night out at sea.